Let's see here. Live chat. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to give it a couple of moments. Somebody done been in here and gave us 2 thumbs up. Thank you for that. I had to set it for later because I had a Walmart order to pick up. And then I had ordered something for dinner tonight because I have to go into office tomorrow. And I wasn't going to be in there cooking, and I got homework. I had a lot on the plate. And I've had a very long weekend, and I've been very tired. So I've done a lot of resting, sleeping. I'm just going to talk a little bit, and then at 5 minutes in, I'm going to go ahead and just talk about kind of catching up with the young lady who was in here last week. Can't remember the name. And you were asking about the scripture. So I'm going to make some more suggestions if you watch this, or whoever might have watched this, to deal with those issues as well. Anyway, I've got to do homework here, so I don't plan on being here too terribly long, probably no more than 30 minutes, if that, maybe. Hopefully. We'll see. But I'm trying to do like under 30 minutes. I'm giving about 5 minutes, see if anybody comes in. If you do, let me know. If you see this later, give it a like, thumbs up, and share it with whoever you think might need it. So what did I do today? Yeah, that's it. I woke up. Initially, I had another video I did for my Christian group. Then I had to go pick up my Walmart order. I went and grabbed something to eat. Hey, Tiffany, what's up? Long time no see. That's the ice machine. How you doing, and how's the weather? And Tiffany, where were you at? What part of the country are you in? I forgot where you were at in the country. Let me know. And what's your weather? It feels like it's like 70 degrees outside. I went out there today. I was like, whoa, it was nice and warm. My house is a little more chilly. Hey, Chicago BBW, what's up, baby? What's the weather in Chicago? Because they be getting snow and stuff in your area. The company I work for, was based out of Illinois, so. And I know that with one of the guys who's our trainer, one of our coaches, he's in Illinois. Let me know what your weather's like. I got to go in office tomorrow. And so y'all, Fluffy Grandma has gotten a rollator. Oh, okay, you in Houston. All right. Okay. What's Houston like? Houston's probably not, Arizona's not, it ain't cold right now. I'm going to say we got to be in the 70s. Because when I walked outside, it was kind of warm. I went about, my Walmart order, I got it around 2:45 that it was complete. I headed out. Yeah, that's kind of like it was today. I walked outside. I was like, what? Because it's been cold and like schizophrenic. Arizona, usually when we call, we stay cold. But it's like, in the bees was out. Lots of bees. I'm like, what? The bees is out? Because you've been cold. The bees ain't going to be out. I had bees in the backyard. Bees by the car. I'm like, what's going on? Went to Wally World, grabbed my order, and then the place that I get wings from time to time. I'm not huge on fried food, but I love their sauce. Actually, they just need to sell the sauce. I don't necessarily, I could use that sauce for a whole bunch of other things. They sauces are amazing. They got a strawberry lemon hot bomb. They got a pineapple hot bomb, and they have a Cajun, like a Cajun ranch, and I don't know where the ranch is at because that's irrelevant. The Cajun sauce is bomb. As a matter of fact, they sometimes make empanadas. They haven't done those, and I prefer the empanadas with the Cajun sauce. Bomb. So, yeah, really good. Fluffy Grandma got a rollator, y'all. I had to get a rollator. I had 2 weeks where I couldn't walk. The knee is still kind of funky. So my play niece and her mom recommended a rollator, and they were kind enough to pay half the cost for me. So this thing's almost $300. So I came up with half. They came up with half. Part of it came off my FSA, and the other part came out of my pocket. Well, all of it came out of my pocket because the money that goes into the FSA is coming out your check, right? So, yeah, it kind of messed with my budget, but I got one. And I use that for probably long distances. I'm also going to probably be using it in the office because I got to go from the car to the elevator up. I got to get on the computer because I don't even know. I think we're on the 11th floor, but I don't even know what side of the building we on. Because I'm in a different building from when I was on the other team. And then I need to talk to my doctor. I'm going to see about getting, because there's some people have ADA where they can just work from home. I'm going to see if we can do that. for 1 week a month. I think they're going to end up trying to make people go 2 weeks a month. But yeah, right now I got too many health stuff going on. Um, I got the knee, I got the back, I got going to the bathroom and the diabetes all tied together. So right now I can get from my desk to the bathroom very quickly. I ain't worried about nobody being in the stall. I ain't worried about waiting on no stall. I just go handle my business. Because just me and my house. I love working from home, especially as we get older. Um, I know that corporations are now wanting you to go in because they want that camaraderie. I'm good. I can do camaraderie right on that computer. Um, and the people I'm working with right now, a lot of them are very sweet people, at least from what I can tell. Various personalities, but overall, a lot of good-hearted little people on there. I don't think there's anybody in the group that I don't like. Everybody, when I first started, we had some of the 40s and unders that were at shit. But this group has been pretty much on point. We got folks saying, "Oh, you got to be on camera. Oh, you're not on camera. We seeing half your head," and they just being rebellious. We don't have that. So that much I'm very happy about. So I'm happy about it. So we'll see where it goes. At this point, though, I'll go in for the whole week next week, and then we're out of office for 3 weeks. I don't know how Christmas is going to work, but my complete training ends sometime, I think, around the mid of January. So almost 3 months of training. We started in mid-October. So October, November, December, January. So almost 4 months of training. And Vicky's, my play niece, hers is longer than mine. I was like, woo! Because I think she in training for almost 6 months. I was like, my God. I was like, but she's new from the company in, and she jumped a level. So she didn't do, there's two entry level departments, which was the one beneath mine and the one above it. Oh no, Chicago BBW. I'm in auto insurance. No, I've been away from the trucking industry for a hot minute. I done a whole. Oh, but yeah, I've been out of you. Yeah, you got some catching up to do. God has done some movement. No, I've been out the trucking group and the auto industry or the whole transportation industry for a minute. I went to the bus for a hot second. Tried the light rail. Light rail. They were like, nah, you're not in the shape for us. Flatbed, what's up, baby? How's Florida? And what's Florida weather like? Yeah, so I've been out of it for a hot minute. Yeah, the trucking industry and me did not work at all. Yeah, that and I haven't. So I'm supposed to be doing my DOT physical, which is actually past due. So my DOT, my CDL part of my license is suspended, but the regular license is active. And right now, what's cold for Florida? Because right now, Houston, I got Houston online. She's talking about it's 78, and I'm like, that's what I almost felt like it was in the high 70s when I walked outside around 2:45, 3 o'clock. I was like, well, it's warm out here. Um, but yeah, and then I went over to the bus is scary. I was like, yeah, I'm good. And so right now with the knee issues and other health issues, I may just let the CDL go. I don't see myself going anything back in the trucking. Okay. Yeah, it was weird. It's kind of like schizophrenic weather. Yeah, I don't see myself going back into anything in transportation. Other than right now, I'm doing claims for vehicles, but sometimes I get claims for trucks. So anything auto, I see claims for that. And I've moved from originally I was just doing the property, and I'm still mainly property, but now dealing with injury and property. So PJ, what's up, baby? Long time no see. How's it going? PJ checked on me. PJ cool as a mug. Thank you for checking on me. And PJ, what's the weather? So yeah, I'm doing better. I did take 3 days off. I did 3 sick days because I was like my body was just done. I wasn't feeling good. And I originally was like, okay, I'm gonna take today off in it. But then everything was like, no, you need to let your body bounce back. My body had not fully bounced back, and I hadn't been taking any time off during the training because I'm just one of those people. But now we're in the active part where we're kind of doing the job. So they told us if we needed PTO, this was the time to take it, and I just did 3 sick days. I'm like, I'll do 3 in a row. It only counts as to hit me hopefully one time from what I understand, and I'll finish it out. But yeah, I was my body, and we got Christmas coming, so that'll give me a day. Okay. I'm feeling better. I had to get a rollator, so I'm between the cane and a rollator. If y'all don't know what a rollator is, like the rolling walker, you see the older people with the seat. I got one of them now. Um, Play niece Vicky and her mom helped get it. It's like $300 for this thing. They said insurance did not cover. Now my insurance, what they call a FSA card, did cover a portion of my part of it. Her mom was like, "Oh, I'll help you up to 300." I was not gonna have her pay the whole thing, so I said, "Well, let's split it," and I appreciate the help. So I did half, she did half, and Vicky went with me to get it. And Vicky's studying nursing, so she kind of went with me to get it, and then we sat and had dinner and talked and just caught up. And Vicky's not the company I'm at. I referred her in. She's enjoying it. She's like, it's a really, really good company. I'm happy that she sees it. And I told her what's really going to make the difference is the manager you get, because I almost left the company because the manager, first manager I had, was horrible. And they may be watching it. It's just facts. That lady was just horrible. Not saying she wasn't knowledgeable, but her coaching style was horrible. There's some people, and I did management before, some people think, yeah, it was very nice of them. Um, and I think you do stuff with people. You kind of caretake for people, right? I think you caretake for people, Chicago BBW, if I remember correctly. So, but and Vivian thought, well, I was, because the kids got her one, so she has two of them. The kids got her one, and then she went and got another one. And the other one she got, she calls it Big Wheelie. And mine is Teal, so I didn't want to steal her name, which I think is a good name for it. I call mine Big Tealy because it's teal. And so, I use it from getting from the house to the car. And the other thing I like is I'm able to put stuff in it and carry stuff. That's another huge plus of it. It has a little bin underneath that you can put stuff in, so I can put my wallet and stuff in. Okay, got you. Yeah, I thought you did. So, if you've done nursing homes or whatever, you guys are familiar. I have a walker in my closet. I think when I broke the leg, broke the ankle, I had the walker, so I had that when I started walking again, to build the leg back up. But I do need to get in and get the knee x-ray and see what's going on with that. But I believe that what really put me down, I had a gout flare. So and again, I've talked about gout, and what it is. It is an arthritic thing. It's considered in the arthritis family, and it's tied to uric acid crystals. So basically, urine. You need to flush your system, and there are certain foods that really trigger it. I had a lot of shellfish, so I believe that might have triggered it. I also had a lot of beef, and I think the combination together, my system wasn't flushing as well as it should. And the next thing I know, I'm going to get tart cherry juice. I usually manage it by when I feel a flare like getting ready to start, and I haven't had one in a while, with tart cherry juice. Normally, if I get the tart cherry juice, that takes care of it. This did not. I had to go ahead and ask for the much more potent medicine, which is called colchicine. And the colchicine, it took about a week once I started it for my leg to come back. But I still was like, I have a little hamper for dirty clothes, one with the little rollers on it, and the handle on it broke. So I just had it in the back, and then I had to use that and was dragging my leg, pushing, drag to get around the house. And thank God I wasn't in office then, because I didn't have the rollator. Well, now I got the rollator, so me and Mr. Rollator will be rollating to work next week. And then I am going to talk to my doctor, because I am going to see if I can get permanent work from home, because there's people who don't go in office because of health issues, and I think I'm there. My last supervisor, TM that I had, she mentioned it. I did it because of their break issue, but I'm also possibly going to be doing it now because of the leg and so forth. So I'm going to talk to my medical provider and send something over to them, and then send a request over to see about getting it to where I don't have to go in office. And I may set an appointment with him to go and talk about everything, because he already knows the leg issue, but I also need to go and get the x-ray and then talk to him about whatever they see on that. So we're praying that is not severe on that. Are you talking about the handicap sticker? Or the handicap placard? Is that what you're talking about? Flatbed? Yeah, I got one last time I saw him. The job that I'm at, I was having problems because they did not have a lot of parking. And because I was like driving all over and going through all sorts of shenanigans, I'd have to park not where I'm supposed to park. in order to get as close to my building as I could. And then I have to walk across the parking lot. And it was a little stretch for somebody with a bad kicker. And, you know, the leg, the left leg is jacked. And I'd have to walk all the way across, go through a bunch of drama, and I'm like, this is enough. So I got the handicap placard, but even with that, there became a problem where they didn't have a lot of handicap parking near where we enter the building, okay? So they didn't have a lot of handicap parking for that. I have since, praise Jesus, alleviated some of that. So they actually did up the parking for that building. I'm not sure about the building because this company's big. So the site that we have like 3 or 4 buildings in the plaza that belong to the company. Well, the whole plaza, I think, belongs to the company, but they sublease it to other companies. Of those, though, we occupy I think the company occupies 3 or 4 of the buildings. And I'm going to be in what they call number 5 next week. And I haven't been in there since training because our training, that's where we went for all my testing and some of the training that we did and all of that was that building. And I can't remember. I'm trying to remember where I parked. Or did we do it in building 2? No, we were in building 2. Building 5, we only went a couple of times, and we were in building 2 for the rest of our training. So I haven't been in building 5 since I very started back in October of last year. And so I don't know what the parking is near the elevators for this one, because the elevators take you right into the building. And so I'm not sure what the parking is for that. We'll have to see. And then I also have to see how Big Willie gonna fit in between because we have this walk stall we go through, and I gotta see how Big Willie gonna get through there. So we'll deal with that bridge tomorrow when I cross it. So we're gonna deal with that tomorrow. How y'all feeling about what's gonna happen next year with the political change? I ain't gonna be on here too long. I gotta deal with something from last week. I don't know if she'll watch it again. But the young lady asked a question, and I was gonna ask her if she came in. Did she do any research? How y'all feeling about everything that's gonna happen? And how y'all feeling about what's about to take place? Salad and Go, if y'all got that out in your area. That's the frozen strawberry lemonade. Love it. My favorite is usually the cucumber one, but I wanted something cold because, like I said, it was warm today. And I was wondering if anybody, so just this healthcare thing too, I was watching that. Well, you know the change in president, Flatbed. When the old boy comes back in office again, because I know some people are really stressed. I got people that are literally scared, especially minorities. They're very scared about what's about to take place. And then, but yeah, Tiffany, you feeling me, Tiffany? Yeah, Tiffany already know. You need a prayer. You need prayers. You need to pray hard. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Uncomfortable. Okay. One of the things I talked with Joe the other night, we didn't really talk about politics, but in general, some of the things are changing for me. Obviously age, obviously health. Okay, okay. I know for me, and I get flatbed said I don't see nothing. It's not gonna affect my life. Is what it is. I told people I started having dreams, and I warned a lot of people around me about prepping, stocking up, having things in your house. I'm getting ready to get back to. Actually, I just did one yesterday. I'm getting back to food delivery or item delivery. I did one from Sam's Club. Once I get my Costco membership back, I'll be doing Costco deliveries. I'm pretty much not going into grocery stores anymore, obviously with the leg, but Joe just went last night. I needed some money orders. So he stopped in to get some money orders from me, which I normally go to Safeway and get. I like money orders over checks, but I just like, let me take it out, pay what I gotta pay, and I don't want to be waiting for stuff to clear. I don't like all that, but it's just like, let me take the cash, boom, take care of it. So he went in and got money order because my knee is all messed up. I can walk, but it's like I don't push the limit with it right now. And so we were gonna go eat, and so I knew that I'm gonna have to get out there, and I was gonna use my cane for that. I wasn't using the walker. The walker is big, so like I'll be using it at work because I'm doing a little bit more movement at work. But if I'm just going in somewhere, sit down, and then going back to the car, that's fine. But at work, I'm gonna have to go from the garage to the elevator, up the elevator, in the elevator, then through the stall, the security stall, then upstairs, then walk to whatever desk I'm getting. If I gotta go to the bathroom, gotta go to the bathroom. That's a lot of walking for the knee. Right now, I pretty much can, I'm using this one right now in the house. I have one in the car, the bamboo one I have in the car. But I got this cane for in the house. I use that around the house when I need to. And then I have a cane in the car. If I'm going short distances and I'm not walking too far, then I don't need the wheelie, the rollator. So one of the things, though, is when Joe went in, he's like, Shannon, all the people are weird. I said, yeah. I said, I have come to the conclusion that I will no longer be going into the grocery store. It will have to be something I'm really desperate for to have to go in the grocery store. If there is a way for me to drive up and get it, that is what I'm doing. I'm willing to pay the extra little dollars to go and drive up and get what I need. The plus for me is that I really have a good supply of everything here. I've got rice, I've got beans, I've got canned goods. The only thing that I need is fresh food, and I think I'm going to contact my friend's son again and have him come over to my house again, and I'm going to have him work on some things in the backyard for me. I've already built one of the beds. I'm going to have him do that. We're going to fill it up with the necessary dirt. I have another one I want to put up that I haven't ordered yet. I'm going to order that one and have him put that one up, and then we're going to arrange it back, get everything set up so I can be ready for gardening. I don't know if I'm going to start now or if I'm going to wait till when summer gets to hit again or once the weather changes again. Arizona, you can grow year round, but we're getting ready to, so that whatever fresh produce I need is going to be very limited. Basically, the only other thing I do want is a source to filter water, and I really want a Berkey. And that's because you could filter sink water. I have like an Asian one that I got from Amazon that you put little filters in, and it's okay. But if there's ever a major water crisis, Berkeys can filter out a lot of stuff. So I'm leaning towards, I want to get a Berkey, and go that route. And it's just me right now. I always say I set up a lot of my food storage in case Grumpy needed to stay here. And so I could help him, but I can always help one other person. And we could live off of what I have for at least a year, maybe more. So I don't necessarily need a lot. So I'm not worried on the food front, really about food. Actually, there's some things that I feel God is showing me to become more better steward of my money and start putting some things aside. I forgot who was on here last week, and she said, oh, she's on here last week, and she mentioned having cash on hand. And I'm getting old, y'all. Forgive me, you know who you are. And I think it was Kathy. Kathy came on last week, and she said, hey, have cash on hand. And hold on, let me see. I said Tiffany was here. Did Kathy come in? I'm trying to see, did Kathy come in? No, PJ's in here. I don't know why I thought Kathy came in. Tiffany's in, PJ. Okay. But she said have cash on hand. And she's absolutely right. I don't carry a lot of cash anymore. But that's something too. I want to start, and I don't have to go to the grocery store. I can just go to Navy Federal, get some cash out the ATM, and just have cash set aside. That's something I'm looking at. Even like meds, I drive up and get my meds. There's a new thought process, a new generation of people. Also, I think due to the political climate, there's been some changes at how minorities are looked at and how women are looked at. I also, being Christian, I believe that also based on some of the alignment of certain Christian, or let me rephrase that, supposed Christian sects, and I'm going to say sect, a sect of people that consider themselves Christian, that there's going to be some negative repercussions towards quote unquote Christians in general, even though other Christians may not align with the thinking. Do what you want with that. So, because of that, I'm on Jesus, I lead them at, because I believe everything's happening for a reason. There's not a doubt in my mind that everything that is transpiring right now is happening for a reason. And I'm going to get to that because that also goes to a conversation that happened last week. A young lady made a comment about some things going on in the Middle East and the Gaza kids and God and all of that. And I made some suggestions. And I'm hoping she watches again, or anybody who's curious about it, so that we can do more research. Because, like I said, get it for yourself. She asked some questions. I'm going to lay it out the best I can, but I'm not I'm not forcing anything. I basically figure, here's the breadcrumbs. You do with that what you want. If you want to pick them up and go figure it out and let God help you figure it out, fine. But I'm one of those people, you really need to understand all the dynamics. We can't go on sound bites and little pieces of things, because that's what has us in trouble now. When people they aligned a certain way based on sound bites and not or what somebody told them to do. And I'm not saying that would have changed the election, because like I said, I believe that the way God works, the person that's in there is supposed to be in there. But what may happen with that person in there may be for other reasons. And it may not be a happy, joy situation. But there's lessons in everything. That's the best way to put it. There's lessons in everything. So there are some lessons that are going to come out of this. Trying to think if there's anything that I wanted to cover. But no, I do think we do need to be concerned. If the tariffs happen, you are correct. It is going to hit financially more. I don't know that there will be changes to grocery prices based on who the person is coming in, because it's about money. And the people that are in charge of our grocery stores right now, like Kroger and Safeway United, Albertson was supposed to merge. And the merger, something didn't happen. And so now one trying to sue the other. I'm happy that the merger didn't happen, because Kroger is just horrible customer service. Safeway, Albertsons United usually has a better customer service, product base, and really, I get sometimes better deals at Safeway, Albertsons than I do at Kroger. So yeah, I'm good. And the only other store that I would have to get out the car for is the Latino grocery stores here, where you get a good deal, or the Middle Eastern grocery stores that I sometimes go to, where you get a good financial deal and you get a better quality of meat. So those are the only two that I might have to get out the car for, but the big chains deliver it to the car. And Trader Joe's. I do like Trader Joe's from time to time. I need to go in because they've got some things that I want to get. And that's it. But I do think we're going to see some financial changes. I also am concerned about behaviors of certain folk. I'm just saying. Some will be cool. It won't be a problem. But some of them are really caught up in their stuff. And I'm just like, ooh. And there's also, even among us, the male. I haven't been to Aldi's yet. So the Aldi's is well, I'm going to say 30 minutes from me. There's an Aldi's, about a half an hour, 20 to 30 minutes out. So Kroger's, I'm surrounded by 3 Kroger's. My Kroger's one's like 2.2 miles from me. The other one's 0.5 miles from me. And the other one might be like 0.7, 0.8 miles from me. So I've got 3 Kroger's around me. Safeway is literally a block from me. If that, maybe a half a block. If I was in better shape, I could walk to Safeway. And I have Sprouts. They're closer to even Safeway. They literally, I just walk across the street, and there's Sprouts. So Aldi's, I have not been to. I want to go because I heard that they have some good price points, and I heard they got some good other stuff in their store. So I just haven't been yet. Me and Linda are supposed to go. Linda's at my old company, and right now, that company did Medicare and Marketplace. And since this open enrollment right now, she's in mandatory overtime. So we haven't done anything, and then my leg was down. So maybe after December, maybe January, we'll set something up, and then I will pick her up and we'll go to Aldi. I'll look and see if the one here does. I don't know if the one here does. I think they're on the Instacart. I don't know if they have it where I can shop the store, but I always would like to go in the store. I haven't done the go-kart yet. Linda always be talking to me in the go-kart. You want me to get you the go-kart? I'm like, yeah, you can tell my butt is slow. Because she'll get me the basket and I just walk slow. But now with this knee, where we at today, we gonna possibly try the go-kart. So if I go, I'm gonna have the go-kart with us. Or we might do Big Willie. Big Willie might be okay, because I did okay with Big Willie. I keep on Big Willie. That's Vivian's. I need to call mine Big Tilly. Big Tilly, which is the rollator. Yeah, I know they're on Instacart but I've not really shopped them on Instacart. I want to kind of go in the store and see what they have, because I also hear they have non grocery items, but I hear sometimes really good deals on their canned goods, and they have different sales. I just haven't been. The one that I know of is closer to Vivian, and Vivian is, yeah, she's about 20-30 minutes from me. I mean, freeway wise, I can she's about 20-30 minutes away from me. But there's an Aldi's over there by her. And what I may do is just go hang out with them, and then one day just go, me and Linda go by, say hey, hang out with them and the puppies, and then go on over to Aldi's. And then there's a place Vicky told me about. She said there's some place over there. I don't know, it's a restaurant or something she's telling me about, and so she wants to go. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been for a while. I've never been to it. I've been wanting to try all these. It's just not one I've tried. We also have one out here that is it's owned by the employees. What's the name of it? It's an employee-based grocery store, and I've been to it late at night, but I haven't been to it. I think they're 24/7. I haven't been to it in the day, and they're kind of like a semi Walmart, but they have a really, really good a produce section, nuts and everything else. We don't have Winn-Dixie out here. I know Winn-Dixie because when I was delivering. I'm familiar with Winn-Dixie, but we don't have Winn-Dixie here in Arizona. All these just came here, and they just started a few stores here. It's not a lot of them, but there's a few stores here. I'm trying to think of what the other store is named. There's a store out here. It starts with a W, and I can see it. I just can't think of it right now. But anyway, they have like a bulk section that's really good, better than Sprouts. Um, there's other aspects to the store. I just didn't get to walk, but it's owned by the employees. So when you become an employee there, you own stock in the company. And it's a little nice store. Linda said the first when she went to it, it was dirty and nasty. But that's when they first opened. I think I've been to them twice. And I ain't never been in there where it's dirty and the employees it's kept very well. So no, it's not Publix. And I know Publix, my aunt's in Tennessee. So I went to Publix in Tennessee. Publix is nice. I like Publix. Publix reminds me of Safeway. And what's the other one? United had one too in Lubbock. That's like Publix. But Publix reminds me of HEB and Safeway. Very, very, very nice. Oh my God, it starts with a W. Why in the heck can I remember the name of this store? And I can see it. It's not Winn-Dixie. I can't think of it right now. And when I go look it up, it'll probably be another, getting old, y'all. It'll probably be something other than a W. I just, oop. That's like a certain chicken plant. Very major chicken plant. The only one that I know that was half decent was the one up in Amarillo, and they handled the beef for the company. But if I go into stores and I see the title, it's from that company, after picking up the chicken, you can miss me. I'm good. That's why I say sometimes I don't even need to know where you buy the chicken from. Because if it comes from them, I'm good. I don't need no chicken. Girl, I'm not shocked. Flatbed, I ain't shocked. I done seen, child. I ain't shocked. I I picked up some meat. So they're majorly known for chicken, but they have a plant in Amarillo. Now their Amarillo plant is clean. I don't know who runs it, but they need to make them go to all the plants in Arkansas and work with them, because the other plants is nasty. They stank. They didn't check the truck to see if it been washed out or clean. We would drop dirty trailer. I'm just saying. I'm good. And it's kind of why it's making me reconsider some stuff. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on, flatbed. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Um, well, I went to Walmart today. This is the grocery pickup, right? And I wanted a box of 100. Now, I opened this part. This is the normal part, right? This is how the box came. This is what they gave me. I didn't even argue with it. It was like, just give me the box. Just give me the box. Working with Walmart. Walmart be doing the most. This is what they get. I just got a discount for that. It's all busted. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I'm not shocked at any of that. I'm not shocked at the disgusting part of it. I'm not shocked at any of that. Like I said, if you did reefer, you saw a lot. What got me, I remember, and it's still funny to me this day. I went and picked up a beef load in Amarillo. I had 3 or 4 stops on it. 2 of the stops were to gourmet meat places. And one of them had like the family grows their own beef on their own farm. This was their marketing scheme, but it was a gourmet beef place. And I delivered beef from this other company that ain't their beef. The other one was in downtown Sacramento, and it was a custom beef place where folks was going, or they would deliver beef that they were charging very big money for them. That same beef was going to Walmart. And it's a gourmet beef. I was like, my dude. I was like, marketing is alive and well. And folks lie and manipulate for that dollar bill. Absolutely stunning. Kind of like trucking. Like I said, once I worked in the office of a major trucking company and I saw what they got paid for them loads, and I know what we got paid as drivers, I'm good. That's why I said, really, I don't know that I ain't worried about my CDL. Right now, the leg ain't really legging, so I don't even think getting in and out of the truck would not be a very effective situation. And I doggone sure cannot do sticks anymore. That's done. That's done. It would have to be automatic, and even then, I'm good. And I know there's people who ain't got legs. We met a man who had the legs cut off and was driving a truck. He was doing the doggone thing. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, I'm thinking about letting the CDL go. I haven't gone up and changed a license, but my license renewal is, I think, sometime in 2025 anyway. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and have it changed over to a regular license, instead of even doing anything else with the CDL at this point, because I don't know that I even want to pay for the physical, and I'll pray on it, but I don't think I'm gonna stick with that. It doesn't make any sense. At first, I even thought about, well, keep the CDL portion in case I got a trailer or something like that and got to travel around the country, but okay. Oh, so you're not gonna stay with the FedEx thing? I know Trucker Nikki, she's studying right now for, I think, pilot's license on her truck, but she's coming back to Arizona and she's gonna go local. She's gonna get something local, or where she's probably just regional. She can just, drive a couple of states and me back. But for the most part, I pray she gets local so she have a normal. It's nice to get in your own bed at night and have some normalcy. Yeah. Understand, flatbed. And the cost of living in your state is much, well, it's high here now. Rent here, praise God, my rent ain't that high, but my rent is half the cost. But rent here, people are renting now for $1,600 a month. Oh, it's probably because of where you're at. Yeah, and you say you want to live in Florida because I don't say you came here to Arizona or certain states. You just need to look for certain states. Plenty of local stuff. Um, Arizona, parts of Texas. Where else? Colorado. You might even look at have you tried Saya? Because that's where Trucker Bill used to work. And that's doubles and triples, but it's just basically you basically meet up with a driver, y'all swap loads and you go back. And Bill was in his bed virtually every night. Um okay. Yeah, Nikki was talking about the oil fields too. You be careful with that. Just be very careful. But North Dakota's cold. I have been up near there. I've been all over the US. Um it's cold. I'm just gonna say it's cold. North Dakota's cold. All right, guys, we're coming to 41 minutes. I just want to say this if the young lady watches again. If you read the Genesis 1, 2, and 3, then do a Google search and research each individual character, God, Satan, and man. And you need to research Satan under his names. He has various names. So find out the different names of Satan. You can Google it. And then research him through the scriptures. And you're going to research his character. Research about man, which man is pretty much summed up in what took place with us. And then research, and actually you should be able to see within the first 3 chapters of Genesis the character of God. And then I'll be back next week and I'm going to talk a little bit about it for you. And that way you have some understanding and then we'll bridge to your questions. So for those of you who are on here, she didn't see God well because she thinks, well, is he bored because of the children in Gaza and the murders and all the other stuff? And why if is it this that God is cruel because he's allowing or commanding some of this to happen? And my response to her was point blank period, you got to go get this for yourself to understand him. We're trying to rationalize who we think God is in our brain and put him on our level. Well, if he's God and he created us, would that make him on our level? Not whatsoever. This means there's an entity much bigger than us. And to understand that, by the Christian standpoint, we've got a God that shows us who he is. And it's up to you whether you decide to get it. For some of you who watch the channel and you guys are seeing the crazy stuff going on in Christianity now, ministers with a whole bunch of sexual stuff going on, ministries with a whole bunch of sexual stuff going on. There are things that are coming to light. And as I say, I believe God is shaking some trees. Sometimes people claim to be something they're not. Okay? I'm just going to say that. And one of the biggest things that I've seen, especially for those of my people who might watch this who are sexual abuse victims, and you're seeing this craziness from essays, so they call the essay on here, sexual abuse to children, to adults, and then coming from family members, and then family members that are supporting and protecting the victimizer and not siding with the children who have been abused. This is not new. And I don't mean that in a very loose way or mean way. This is something that is permeating people who are abuse victims, especially, and I'm one of them, childhood abuse victims, where people will basically protect the abuser, and it's really the most twisted, sick, and demonic thing. They want you to sit down with the abuser who doesn't apologize, doesn't repent, doesn't turn around, whether that is a physical, mental abuse, or whether it's a sexual abuse. It's sick. And then you've got those people that encompass them and they protect them, they interact with them like, oh, nothing's wrong. And I'm not saying they're supposed to ostracize them, but then they want you, the victim, to come in and do the same thing. It's absolutely amazing to me. And I think the sexual abuse ones are some of the worst. And the people that when you tell them, it's like they don't care. Like, oh, well, that happened to you. Oh, well. There's no like, hey, I'm really sorry that happened. Or, I didn't know. There's none of that. It's just this very callous, Mainly, I don't care. It wasn't me, so it ain't my problem. And oh well, it happens. And right now, we're seeing mega ministries with a lot of issues with this. Some are family run, and there's just and again, out we're gonna say allegedly these alleged abuses, and then they're covering up instead of trying to investigate sincerely. And it's funny to me because one of them, the son, I was watching an interview where he had said that some of the mother who was part of the cover up, which would be the grandmother of the child, she wasn't like this before her recent marriage. You did say while she was married to your daddy, they covered up this abuse to your child and are protecting the victimizer. No, she's been who she is. She might have taken some other onboard stuff because of the new soul tie, but that's who that individual is. And also, you're dealing with a female narcissist. So, narcissist people, you really need to research. And if you talk to a counselor and you are somebody who's related to them, married to them, a lot of the counselors will tell you get away from them because narcissist is it's a very deep, twisted psychological break. And those people who are like that, and I'll see if I can find a link for it below and put it in the thing. You can watch this video. Lady does an excellent job of explaining you how a narcissist is formed. And she said also oftentimes she don't even want to tell people because you feel sorry for them. And then these people who feel sorry for them stay in the madness of the narcissism. Hello, the one we got coming into office to lead this country. And so you make their crazy normal. Hello, that's what's going on right now. And so we do have a ton of people in our country who are narcissists. We all, I think, have a portion of it because of what happened in the garden. But there are people who are severe narcissists. They'll lie, they'll manipulate, they do all sorts of things, and they make their weird crazy their reality, and they want you to come in board with them in their reality of crazy. So my heart goes out to them because one of the hardest things is when it's a family member, when it's a parent especially, it is very hard to realize, hey, my parent is crazy and a butthole. I'm sorry to put it that way. And so you have a parent who basically is someone who supports this, and then you have to really look back over your life and then see the wickedness that was there. And I have a feeling there is other wickedness. This gentleman just has not, it's hard to accept. And it took me, I'm 56 and I'm still getting through some of the damages, but it took me in my 40s to then sit back. And then as I began to play some of the conversations, also some of the interactions with other family members by marriage of things they had said to them, and then to kind of then look at it, it's a very, I went through an anger, which is just a covered up hurt, that I must have hatred anger. And then when I realized, oh, this person is damaged and this is the wickedness of who they are. And this damages. That's just what it is. So they came from something. That doesn't make it right, but it has to stop somewhere. So unfortunately, my heart goes out to the individual and his wife because she's putting up with some of it too. And it's hard to say, okay, my mom is a butthole. She's crazy. She's a female narcissist. And I need to keep me and my family the heck away from her. And then the other thing I want to mention is you're seeing some of this. Some people are trying to keep an industry alive that really I sense is like Egypt. And you need to exodus Egypt, and Egypt needs to just be done with. And the floodwaters need to come over over the leadership. And unfortunately, if they don't want to repent, then they're going to die in the floodwaters. And that's what needs to, you exit out on the dry land and go through your desert moment, which isn't a bad thing. That's how God grows you. And then you let them floodwaters in and let it wash all the madness away. Unfortunately, if people don't repent, they're going to be washed away with that. But the desert is not a bad place. It's a place for shedding in order to prep you for whatever God has for you to do in the kingdom. So if the young lady comes back on, you're welcome to leave a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to go over that. I was hoping you'd pop on tonight. I'll try to be on here next week, guys. I do have homework to do, so I'm about to jump off of here. And then I got to get prepped for getting up very early tomorrow. I am not a morning person, and this is not a normal time. All right? PJ, 2 and 2. I will holler at everybody on here later. Maybe next week. I'll try to do 4 o'clock. I was trying to come on earlier because I know the East Coasters are probably sleeping. But like I said, I had to do my Walmart run. But I pretty much am going to have everything. I shouldn't be out. I'm not out and about much anymore. I start to understand Grumpy, although all he did was sleep in his recliner all day. I do have to get out every so often. I don't care if I just go to a restaurant, get some pho or something. Going to pick up some groceries and grab something else. I might go to a movie. That's something else. For the most part, though, I really don't. I think it's the old age. I'm getting to the point, the folks outside these doors are weird. Because even Joe was like, they're buttholes. I was like, yeah, that's why I stay the hell home. And I said, I'm getting to the point, I want my groceries delivered, and I got to do laundry once my budget gets better. Linda was kind enough when my leg was down to do laundry, but I think I'm able to do laundry, but I'm going to get to where I can either drop the laundry or have them come pick it up like I did before. I don't even want to do laundry anymore. I just really want to be in my house and be left alone. I need a good chair, an ottoman. I might get a recliner. I have an issue with recliners, so I might just get a chair and ottoman. That's really what I want. Anyway, peace, 2 and 2, y'all. Talk to you later.